They said the house was empty, that it had been for years. No one talked about it. No one pointed it out. It was the kind of place you walked past without seeing, like your mind skipped it on purpose. But Harry saw it, on a street he'd never walked before, on a day he couldn't remember planning. It stood there like it had been waiting, an old house, tired and leaning like it had secrets in its walls. The windows were dusty, the paint peeling, and something about it called to him. Maybe it was the silence, or maybe it was because he had nowhere left to go. Harry had been drifting ever since the accident, the kind that doesn't just take a life, but takes your reason to live with it. His son, 8 years old. Laughter like sunlight, gone in the blink of a red light. And just like that, Harry became a shell. His wife left. His job disappeared behind unpaid leaves and empty stares. He didn't run away from the world. The world just stopped holding him. So when he found the house, or maybe when it found him, he took the keys without asking questions. Cheap cash, no. Paperwork, no. Neighbors came to greet him. No kids knocked on the door. And on the very first night, the house sighed as he walked through it. It was subtle. The creak of floorboards, the hush of old walls. But it felt like someone had been waiting inside, and that someone was relieved. He wandered the halls, rooms still carrying a faint scent of dust and memory. He counted 4 bedrooms, a cold kitchen, a bathroom with a cracked mirror, and one narrow hallway that led to a single locked door. He touched the knob. It was freezing, and something in his bones whispered, "Not yet." Days passed. He didn't unpack much, just a bag of clothes and a framed photo of his son Rami, smiling with toothpaste on his chin. He placed it on the nightstand and stared at it until sleep came, and every night he dreamed of the locked door, except in the dreams. It wasn't locked, it opened, and inside, Rami would be sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by toys he'd never owned. He'd smile and say, "You found me, Baba." And Harry would wake up in tears, every single night. On the 7th night, the door was open, not in a dream, in the real house, just a crack, enough for a sliver of pale, cold light to spill out onto the wooden floor. He stood there, heart hammering, breath shallow. He knew he shouldn't, but grief is a key that opens every forbidden lock. He pushed the door open. The room inside was small, empty, dust hanging in the air like suspended time, but it wasn't silent. A faint sound, humming, like a lullaby whispered through water. He stepped in, and the moment he did, the light from the hallway dimmed behind him. The temperature dropped, and the room changed. The walls weren't dusty anymore. They were blue. The carpet, soft and toiseled, wooden, hand-carved, lined the shelves. On the bed sat a teddy bear, worn, familiar. He knew that bear. It had been in the back seat the night of the accident. Then he heard it, a whisper, "Baba." He turned, and there, sitting on the floor like in his dreams, was Rami. Not a ghost, not glowing or gory, just there, smiling, alive. Harry fell to his knees. He didn't speak. He couldn't. His heart was ripping open and healing all at once. Rami crawled into his arms. His body was warm, his scent the same, and he whispered, "You remembered me." Time stopped. For days, maybe weeks, Harry stayed in that room. He didn't eat, didn't sleep outside. He laughed with Rami, played games, told him bedtime stories, and each night, as he held him close, Rami would whisper, Thank you for coming back, but the house was changing. Outside the room, things were decaying. The kitchen rotted, the mirrors cracked deeper, the walls wept moisture, and the lights began flickering. Something was wrong. One night, Harry tried to leave the room, just to breathe, just for a moment, but the hallway was gone. Only darkness waited outside. The doorway, endless breathing. He turned to Rami. His son stood still, silent, eyes glassy. If you leave, I disappear, he said. Harry's throat tightened. What are you? He asked. Rami looked up, his voice deeper, older. I'm the part of you that couldn't let go. Harry stumbled back. The walls of the room began to flicker, blue to black, dot, soft to rotting. The illusion cracked. This wasn't Rami. This was grief. This was guilt. This was the last prayer he never said. And the room it had fed on it. He screamed, fell to his knees. And in that moment of collapse, when he accepted that his son was truly gone, the room began to crumble. The house groaned. The door burst open. Light, blinding and warm, surged in. Harry woke up in the hallway, dusty, cold, alone. The door was shut again, and this time, there was no handle. He left the house that night, walked until the sun rose, and for the first time in years, he felt light, not healed, but awake. They say the house still stands, and that the door in the hallway remains cold to the touch. Sometimes, at 3:13 a.m., people hear a voice from inside it, a child's laughter, or a man whispering a lullaby, but no one opens it, because some rooms aren't cursed, they're just too full of prayers that never came.